Hello, amazing fifth graders. So, we're having problems with Zoom. You gotta love technology sometimes. So, today for our all block, we are going to work on Unit 1, week or day 4. Unit 1, week 1, day 4. So, the learning targets for today are I can draw an illustration using details from the text. And the second one was I can read my research reading text independently for 10 minutes. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to go through a poster walk. We went through these posters the other day, but we're going to kind of touch base on them again. So the first poster is our independent reading. When we're doing independent reading, we're reading text on our own. We're either doing research reading, which is reading about our topic of Esperanza Rising, or we're doing free choice reading. We are responding to prompts about the text, and we're sharing what we've learned from the text. When we work with additional work with complex text, we're rereading and analyzing complex text from the module lessons. We're reading new text about the module topic, and we're practicing reading skills from the module lessons. When we're doing word study and vocabulary, we're working with academic vocabulary or words that we hear in school or that we read in text on any topic. We're thinking about parts of words and what they mean, whether it's a root word, a suffix, a prefix, and we're thinking about how words are used in complex sentences. When we are doing writing practice, we're developing the ability to write fluently about a topic, and we're practicing writing skills from the module lessons. Reading and speaking fluency, or GUM, which is grammar, usage, and mechanics. We're reading aloud smoothly with expression and without making mistakes. We're practicing grammar skills from the module lessons. This is another look at our group work all block poster. We have small group. We have small group with teacher facilitation. We have an independent group, and then we have partner groups. So those are the different types of groups that we will be in once we get back into the classroom, or if we put you in a breakout room, we could do any one of these models as well. This is a supporting peers anchor chart. So as you're working in groups, I want you to think about using these kind of guidelines or rules when you're working either in groups or with partners. You might ask your classmates if they need help. You work as a team. You guide a classmate in the right direction if they're not understanding what they're supposed to be doing. You get along and you don't argue. You respect others and their thoughts. You listen to everyone in the group and their ideas. You display on-task behaviors and make sure that you're doing your job. You use quiet voices. You participate actively. You do your part in the group so one person doesn't do all the work. You ask questions. You take turns. You never give up. You explain your answers. You give thoughtful feedback, and you stay in your group. So as we're working, I want you to always keep these in mind and think about these. I want to take a look again at this additional work with complex text. I want to look at that first sentence, rereading and analyzing complex text from the module lessons. So when we reread, why would we reread and analyze complex text? Why do we reread a complex text? I want you to think about that. Why would we reread a complex text? Now, we were dealing with a complex text or a complex poster on day 3 that was called the Independent Group Work Protocol. And I want to take a look at that again. This is the protocol that we follow when we're working independently and we're not working with the teacher. So there are 9 different steps. Okay, so with the independent group work protocol, there are 9 steps. And we're going to talk about those 9 steps, and you're going to have an assignment with these 9 steps. But so for the first one, allocate a facilitator and timekeeper. 2, The facilitator then invites a volunteer to read the task card to the group, beginning with the learning target. Then the facilitator will ask the group, do you understand? Do you have questions? As the group, you will work together to help each other understand what to do. The facilitator will then, if the group needs help, will let the teacher know. Obviously, if we were in person, you would have these signal cards that are red on one side, green on the other, and that's how you would let the teacher know if you need help. But virtual, you would either turn your mic on, or you would put in the chat box that you need help, or you would raise your little hand for the chat box or in the Zoom. Then for 14 minutes, the timekeeper would set a 14-minute timer, and you would follow the directions on your task card, aim to finish the work for that day in the time provided. If you're waiting for the teacher for help, do what you can on your own or read your independent reading text. And then number 9, the facilitator will invite the group to turn to an elbow partner to share one thing that they have learned or how their work connects to the module lessons. So that's the independent group work protocol. On day 4, our task card says, you will act as your own timekeeper and facilitator. You will read your research reading text independently for 10 minutes until the timer goes off. Respond to this prompt on a piece of blank paper. You're going to draw and label a picture about the text that you read. Okay, and then it says that you're going to share your work. But what I would like for you to do, since we're not able to do this and role play that way that I would like, since you can't role play the way that I would like for you to, what I would like for you to do is I would like for you to read a research reading text independently. You can go to, you can read a book that you have at your house if it has to do with Esperanza Rising, or if you want to go on Epic, you can read something on Epic. I want you to set a 10-minute timer and read for 10 minutes. Then I would like for you to draw a picture about what you read. And when you draw that picture, I would like for you to then try to take a picture of it and submit it to Mr. H and I on Google Classroom. So that's what you're supposed to do for this. Then we get into the teacher guided student activity cards. And this has to do with being able to draw an illustration using details from the text. So what we're going to do for this is if you see, there's little things up at the top, different symbols. This one has a circle and a diamond. This one has a square. This one has a triangle. They're basically all the same thing. It's just basically like if we were in class, we'd be doing group 1, group 2, and group 3. But what you're basically going to be doing is you're going to be illustrating a number of the steps. You're going to be illustrating the steps in the independent group work protocol. So that's what you're going to be doing and working on. I will share this slideshow with you so that way you have this independent group work protocol so you can come back to it. But there are 9 steps, and I'm going to share a document on Google Classroom that has like 9 boxes, and I want you to try to put a picture in that document that would relate to the steps. So you just put, you just put a number 1 and then you put a picture in number 1. You can pull the image from the computer, you can pull it from anywhere. Or if you choose, you can draw on paper. You can put 9 boxes and then you can draw your own images for this. Okay, I'm going to give you the option because we're not on Zoom. So I'm going to give you the option. You can either draw it on your own or you can draw it on a Google Doc. If you draw it on your own, please take a picture of it and send it to us. So those are your options. That's what you can do. If you have any questions, please email Mr. H or myself, and we will be more than happy to help you. Okay, I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to seeing all of your cool illustrations. All right, talk to you later.